Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Market Trends. Today in this video we will be discussing about some of these stocks which look to be in favorable condition. Anyways, moving on to the Nifty, as it is very much active at the moment, we can see that Nifty was last trading today at 11,395 with 83 points of jump, and the rally continues still. The advances which were observed in Nifty 50 were 42, whereas the declines were 8 with 0 unchanged stocks. Now moving on to the Nifty, on the charts we can see that the Nifty opened up with a gap up, although the first candle was a bearish candle followed by a bullish candle and bearish candle. Ultimately the entire day till now, and hope so it's not like that in the future of the day, but till now what the market looks to be having a slow momentum and nothing particular high or lows been made, but the market is very much favorable. Anyways, moving on to the stocks which I was talking about is from the banking sector. So I will just take you through the banking sector once. And if you see over here in the banking sector today, it has jumped by 264 points and is currently at 22,264 rupees. But if we check the sectorial indices, Nifty Bank as a sector looks to be a good buy, and for which I have even shared a detailed live streaming previously last 2 days back. So as you can see that banking sector is quite attractively available at a discounted price, and as I mentioned you earlier in the video that banking sector stands to be the backbone of the economy. Henceforth, even if God forbidden, even if the market falls terribly, we can see that the banking sector will be the first one which will be influenced by that. So henceforth it is a very good option to trade in the banking sector at the moment. So this is my view, and I just want to go through the disclaimer that as this is my view, I might be 100% wrong in my view, but this is the thing in front of you, and I would advise you that whatever I share over here, kindly verify it and further carry on your own research work before you getting comfortable. It means it stands nothing to trade. And the best option will be to contact your financial advisor before making any kind of taking any kind of a call. Anyways, I just had to declare this, and at the same time I would also like to say that if you incur any kind of a monetary loss from what is been described in this video, I shall be nowhere liable for any kind of monetary losses arising from it. Anyways, now moving on to the Nifty, on the charts we could see that the Nifty opened with a gap up. The first candle was a bearish candle followed by a bullish candle and a bearish candle thereafter. The entire market was doing a slow momentum as of yet, is doing a slow moment as of yet. The market is very much active at the moment, and no particular high or low were observed as of yet. Anyways, as I was discussing about these stocks, the first stock in our category is that of HDFC Bank. If you look the 15 minutes chart, on a time frame of 15 minutes, we can see that it is priced at 1080.70. 70 paisa, whereas the high it made for the day was 1081, whereas the low was 1079, and made a marginal difference of approximately plus 1 point. So this is the scenario, and why I am very much optimistic about it, especially for the short term as well as for the long term, is that if the market continues in this way, then we can see an uptrend. And even if it doesn't, if god forbidden the market falls also, then we can expect some kind of positivity to happen immediately after that, in the recovery phase, immediately with the banking sector stocks. And as it is currently trading at 1080, it is a very decent price. And if you look even in the RSI indicator, it's indicating that it is not yet in the overbought zone, but yeah, definitely it will be entering over there in a short period of time. So I would advise you that it would be, it's a good the present scenario of the stock is good. If you further look at the MACD indicator also, the indicator says that the first one is 0.35, whereas the next one is 5.10, and the third one is 4.71. So as per MACD indicator also, all the values are looking very much in a good flow. And as you see, the market has been recovering from that of its low. And if I can just take you to the daily chart in the month of March, particularly at 25th, we can see the market, it was trading at 962. So somewhere you can say, although the ride is on, but still there is an opportunity where you can keep an entry. But it would be much more feasible if you can make any buys in HDFC. If you can make any entry into HDFC, that would be great. If the rate further falls by below 1000 rupees, that would be a great buy. Anyways, moving on to some of the fundamentals of the company, of the bank. First and foremost is that if you see the returns for the daily returns, the as I mentioned that the market is very much active, and at the moment it's around 12:20 in the noon, 12:20 p.m. So, and the market is giving a decent return of 1.90% as of for the day. If we look at the weekly chart, it gives a minus 0.16%, whereas the monthly chart shows that it was minus 6.68%, and for an year it was minus 4.84%. Although the returns are negative, but it is a good bet for the moment. Now we come on to the intrinsic value. The current price is more than the intrinsic value, which is a good sign also. And apart from that, if we see the returns versus FD rates, the stock has been generating decent returns on equity than that of the banking FDs, which is a very good sign. And the dividend returns, we are not much bothered about the dividend returns at the moment, but still if you see the dividend returns, the stock doesn't offer attractive dividend returns. This is the scenario. Whereas if we look at the entry point, it says that it is a good time to consider the entry as it is not in overbought zone as of yet, and the bank has not got any red flags. Now if you go on to the next one and see the forecast in detail, we can see that 91% of 47 analysts, kindly note this is 47 analysts. Out of 47 analysts, 91% of analysts are with the suggestion that it is a good buy call. So this is the current scenario with the HDFC Bank. Whereas if you go on to further check the competitors of the bank, we can see HDFC Bank has got competitors like Kotak Mahindra Bank Limited, ICICI Bank Limited, Axis Bank Limited. Although ICICI Bank Limited is in our discussion panel, but let's focus on HDFC Bank. The PE ratio of HDFC Bank Limited stands to be 21.23, which is the least of the entire competitors it has got, and henceforth it is a good option. Whereas the PB ratio is something which is optimal in regards to the rest of the competitors. And now if we check out the shareholding pattern of the bank, we could see that both the DIIs and FIIs, in which DIIs stand for domestic institutional investors, they look to be at 21.84%, whereas the foreign institute investors have an holding of approximately 37.03% in the bank. So the holding that both DII and FIIs have is that of a decent hold. So therefore that is also something which is of a good news. Now we move on to the next one, that is our next call, that is particularly in regards to SBI, State Bank of India. On a 15 minutes time frame chart, State Bank of India, which is currently trading at 199 rupees. The market is very much active with a time frame of approximately 12:25. Whereas if we see the high it made for the day as of yet, it was 199.90, whereas the low was 199.45, and the stock fell down by approximately 0.10 points. This is the current scenario of it, and if you see the RSI, it's nowhere close to its overbought zone, neither it is somewhere near to its oversold zone. And if we come on to the MACD indicator, it suggests the same thing. Anyways, moving on to the valuations of the bank, we can see that the returns for the day the bank has given is 2.59%, whereas if you see the weekly returns, it's minus 3.44%, and the monthly returns given by the bank is 2.20%, whereas for an yearly return is minus 29.79%. If we move on to the 5-year returns, we can see there is a minus 27.19%. In terms of maximum returns, if we see, it was 744.30%. That's a good return. Whereas if we come on to the intrinsic value, the current price is less than that of the intrinsic value, which is a very good sign. And returns versus FD states that their stock has not been able to generate better return on equity than that of the bank, so which stands to be a bad point in our case. dividend returns, we are not much bothered about the dividend returns. Still, the stock does not offer attractive dividend returns. Whereas if you see the entry point, as suggested by tickertape.in, that it is a good time to consider this as a buy call, as it is not yet in overbought zone. So this is the scenario, whereas there are no red flags marked with this stock. Now if we come on to the forecasting made by 48 analysts, as you can see over here, there are 48 analysts with a forecast of approximately 88% saying that it is a good stock for buy. Let us compare some of the competitors to that of the bank are IDBI Bank Limited, Punjab National Bank Limited, Bank of Baroda Limited. Over here, I would like to pinpoint that Punjab National Bank Limited is going to announce its quarter results today, and henceforth that is something of a monitoring thing. Anyways, now we come on to the PE ratio. As you can see, the PE ratio of State Bank, the PE ratio of the bank stands to be at an 8.79, whereas the others seem to have something higher, which is a good sign for State Bank of India. And moving on to the PB ratio, we can see the PB ratio stands to be at 0.67 for State Bank of India in comparison to that of the others. Now moving on to the holding pattern that the bank has, is that especially we are concerned with the DIIs and FIIs. The DIIs, which stands for domestic institutional investors, is 24.69% of holding they have in the bank. Whereas if we move on to the next one, that is foreign institutional investors, they have approximately 7.90% of holding in the bank. So in altogether, that is also somewhere that we can have it as a good view. And since that of discussion, we saw an approximate 1% of change of hike in the bank. Anyways, moving on to the next discussion part, that is ICICI Bank, which was which is seen to be trading at 368 rupees. This is a 15 minutes time frame in front of your screen, and the high that it made for the day till this time of the day was 369, whereas the low marked is 368.35. Currently the stock stands to be marginally up by 0.05 points. Anyways, moving on to the RSI indicator, it indicates that it is not yet in the overbought zone, as well as the MACD indicator indicates it's satisfactory. Anyways, moving on to some of the valuations of the of the stock. The stock is with a current for the day returns has marked as 0.20%, whereas if we see the weekly chart, it is minus in 0.32%, whereas the monthly chart shows 1.06% in green. Now comes the other return for the year, which stands to be minus 10.75%. Moving on to the 5 years chart, we can see there the stock fetched as a return of approximately 36.43%. Moving on to the next one, in the maximum we can see the stock fetched as 2946.44%. that is something very decent. In regards to the forecast made by 45 different analysts, we can see there are out of the 45 analysts, 100% of them are of the view that it is a good stock to buy for, and henceforth this is the view. Anyways, moving on to let's see some of the competitors. If we see the competitors of ICICI Bank Limited, comes the HDFC Bank Limited, Kotak Mahindra Bank Limited, Axis Bank Limited. Out of this, the PE ratio of ICICI Bank stands to be at 24.83. In comparison to that, it stands to be a good low, whereas HDFC Bank has marked it as 21.23, as discussed in the video previously, that HDFC Bank stands to be a good competitor to that of the ICICI Bank. So henceforth, this is the condition with the PE ratio. Now coming on to the PB ratio, the stock stands with a PB ratio of 1.83, which in comparison to others is decent enough. Now moving on to the another news which is dated yesterday, in which it said that Divis Lab SBI Life to replace Bharti Infratel and Z Entertainment in Nifty. So these two stocks are someone which have replaced the mentioned stock, that is Bharti Infratel and Z Entertainment, in Nifty 50. As you can see over here is the chart. SBI Life Insurance Company Limited can be seen last trading at 873 rupees, which is a fair hike of 21.05 points. And the other one of which is been added in Nifty 50 stands to be Divis Laboratories Limited, which is from the pathology sector. Seems to be trading at 3240 rupees with a hike of approximately 51 points. Well, that's it guys. I hope you like the video. If you did like the video and haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe my channel. At the same time, click on the bell icon for timely updates. I would appreciate if you like the video, and this not only motivates me by clicking the like button, not only motivates me, but at the same time helps boost YouTube in boosting my videos further in good rank. So these two things are beneficial for me, and I would request you therefore to click on the like button. Lastly, I would request you to share this channel also. Apart from that, everything is good. I wish you the very best for the trading session, rest of the trading session, and hope to come up with another video. Till then, take care and bye bye.